Hello everyone, welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online. So after my editing from the last video, I found the settings to be pretty good. The AC was not too intrusive, which is really nice. And the there's a section where there's just kind of a long pause, nothing's happening. Well, it turns out that I had turned my head away from the microphone because my phone went off with a message. It was from my husband, and it didn't quite pick up my voice because I had turned my head away, just a little bit, and it also did not pick up the tone from my phone. So, very pleased with that. So yeah, nice. Quite pleased. But we have some of the people here that we rescued. I think we should chat with them before going in to speak with Famia.
I joined Cyrodiilic Collections for excitement and a bit of gold, not to be abducted and interrogated like a common hood. Ugh, this place is just a pit. I'm heading back to Anvil first chance I get.
Enjoy your trip.
I don't know who was worse. The blackguards who kidnapped us or those Deadwater Nagas they cooped us up with. I think they might have eaten me if things got dire. Thank you for freeing me from that place, friend.
Excuse me. No problem.
Well, that makes 2 pits you've pulled me out of. I just don't think I'm cut out for this sort of work. Maybe I'll open a meadery in Lilmoth. The bees here in Murkmire are, well, huge, but I'm sure I can make do.
Good luck.
Rescued! That is what they say. Brave, beautiful Zadaza rescued by the new blood. Zisfo. Vara will never let this one hear the end of it.
You're mad at me for saving you?
Oh, do not get your tail in a twist. Zadaza's not mad, just disappointed. This one was moments away from mounting a daring escape when you arrived. The stuff of legends. Still, we work with Famia. Zadaza will get another chance before long, yes?
I'm sure. Okay, above. I see.
These are the offices of Cyrodiilic Collections. We're a society devoted to preserving Argonian antiquities, and that's a fact. If you're looking to help, you should talk to Famia. She sort of runs things here. Oh, yes, she does.
Right.
You're back! Fabulous! Some of my missing friends already tracked me down, telling tales of a daring, fiery rescue. Marvelous! What happened out there?
Blackguard kidnapped your friends. A Deadwater warrior named S618 helped me free them.
So the Deadwater tribe helped you after all? What a fascinating development. Between your heroism and S618's raw strength, I'm sure you showed those brutes what for. I hesitate to ask, but what did the blackguards learn about the Remnant?
Enough, I'm sure. We should assume they know everything you know.
Well then, there's not a moment to lose. We will redouble our efforts. We cannot allow those thugs to claim something as valuable as the Remnant. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We should probably discuss this matter with Cassandra.
Zukas and S618 seemed very reluctant to discuss the Remnant.
Oh, no surprise there. Even so, they must understand we only mean to help. Zukas knows my motives are pure, and this Deadwater warrior proved she's willing to collaborate when the situation requires it. We'll win them over. I'm sure of it.
This is one of those times we should not be pursuing this.
So, you return victorious. You have my most sincere gratitude, and that of the explorers you rescued. Now, as to the Blaggards, we should assume that they learned a great deal from our friends and the Deadwater warriors. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, they're going to great lengths to find the remnant, or at least information about it.
Unfortunate. I can tell you as an expert of Argonian archaeology, the idea of one of those ignorant thugs handling such a valuable antiquity makes me very uncomfortable. Did they mention why they seek this thing?
Only that someone was willing to pay a lot of gold for information about it.
I have some experience with wealth. Jangling gold in front of a pack of cutthroats is an act of crude desperation. This person is either a fool or a victim of some obsession. In either case, we cannot let this remnant fall into their hands.
So what's your plan to stop them?
We can discuss that in a moment. First, we owe you a significant sum. It's only right that we settle the books on that first. I hope this is sufficient. I assure you, there will be much more if you choose to join us. Once again, you have my thanks. You've done a great deal for us already. I wonder if you're willing to do a bit more? While Thalmor has proven a steadfast companion, I believe our current predicament requires someone a bit more adroit when things take a turn for the perilous.
I understand. Do you really think we should pursue this remnant, though?
I do. One of your native companions warned you off of it, didn't they? Believe me, I sympathize. But despite my lifestyle, I'm still an Argonian, one with ample means. Who would I be if I didn't use that wealth to help my people?
Geez, what the hell's going on with my throat? So you want to pay me to find the remnant?
Yes. You are clearly the best at what you do. I can think of no one more qualified to lead this endeavor. You and Zukas have grown close, correct? He knows a great deal about the remnant, I'm sure. Please, convince him we only want to help.
Alright, I'll find Zukas and learn what I can about the remnant.
Thank you for your efforts thus far, and your achievements to come. I have business in Alton Mirhiel. Perhaps we can reconvene there once you've made your inquiries with Zukas.
Cassandra is an unusual name for an Argonian.
It is. I spent the greater part of my youth in Cyrodiil. Taking on imperial dress, name, and customs made things easier. Of course, it makes things here in Murkmire more complicated. One of my life's many ironies.
You were born in Cyrodiil?
No. I was hatched in Morrowind. You'll forgive me if I don't elaborate. It was a very difficult time, one best forgotten. As my native eggkin say, best to let it pass.
I see. If you were born a slave, how did you earn this? How did you... Wow. Holy crap, I hope I'm not coming down with a bug. Oh my god. I apologize. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to record today. If you were born a slave, how did you earn this fortune?
The antiquities market. No surprise there, I'm sure. I know I'm a bit starchy now, but in my youth, I was quite the explorer. I discovered several untouched Ayleid ruins and auctioned their treasures for a tidy sum.
Ah, so you were, or still are, a treasure hunter.
Hardly. The Ayleids treated my ancestors very poorly. I prefer to think of this as simple reparations. In any case, my business interests are purely philanthropic now. Like Famia, I only seek to preserve Argonian relics for future generations.
Is that the Hanjin Jade crystal behind you?
It is, in fact. You have a very keen eye. You should know that the crystal was a tremendous discovery. Vaka stones like this one are very difficult to come by.
What is a Vaka stone, exactly?
Famia didn't tell you? Vaka stones are mysterious crystals, not unlike the Aeliad Welkin stones. Our ancestors used them to store the raw magicka that falls from the sun, thus their radiant yellow hue. Powerful relics, to be sure.
Do you plan to use them for something?
If an opportunity presents itself, perhaps. I suspect that some ancient Argonian relics require Vaka stones to function. No doomsday devices, though, I promise.
You know what the remnant of Argon is?
An item of tremendous historical significance and arcane power. Very little scholarship exists on the subject, but I do know a little. Argonian elders often referred to it as a sacred egg, or Zothithal. Eggs always contain something, right?
What do you think it contains?
Answers. About the Hist, their beginnings, their powers, their intentions. All I know for certain is that it does not contain simple coins or ancient bric-a-brac. The remnant is a vessel for great power. We must be cautious and well prepared.
What are your plans to, with the remnant of Argon if we can find it?
Whatever is best for the people of Murkmire. I won't act without their consultation if that's what you're worried about. Again, I may be something of an outsider, but I am still an Argonian. This isn't some purely academic matter for me.
Are your ancestors from Murkmire originally?
I honestly couldn't say. Most of that history was beaten out of my exiles by the Dark Elves centuries before I was born. Slavers take great pains to destroy our racial identity, you see. Makes us easier to control, I suppose.
But, has moving to Murkmire helped at all?
You mean, has the Hist spoken to me? I'd prefer not to talk about that right now. A conversation for another time.
Okay. Okay. So we're off to where? Map. His home? His home. I think this time we'll just ride. Oh.
Watch your step. You never know what might jump out of the murk to kill you.
Wonder if that's foreshadowing for us. Don't worry, we'll get to you.
Welcome. Don't think I've seen you here before.
Huh? Okay. You on the other side of the tree. You are.
Ah, Biko. I would be lying if I said this is unexpected. Welcome to my home, Brightthroat Village. Cozier than Lilmuth, I think. What brings you? Let me hazard a guess.
Your guess will be probably correct. I need to find the remnant of Argon.
Of course you do. This matter of the remnant, you must understand, it is fragile as a marsh robin's egg. Even so, I trust your heart, and truthfully, we could use the help. Brightthroats are negotiators, not warriors. And war is brewing.
Thank you. Well, how should we proceed from here?
All answers lie with the Hist. It is just a matter of hearing what it has to say. Chime Maker Shuvu can help us. Our Hist speaks through the wind, you see. Its words rustle through the boughs, and our chimes sing out its counsel. Poetic, right?
Wait. Where can I find this Chime Maker Shuvu?
Old Shuvu spends his time in the Glade of Chimes, to the west of the village. In my youth, I would spend all my time listening to the chimes. It is a very good place. If you go there now, I will join you.
All right. Let's find Chime Maker Shuvu in the Glade of Chimes.
You will like Chime Maker Shuvu, I think. Very wise and very pleasant, like one of your gray-muzzled bark dogs. Let's make our way to the glade.
You know much about the Remnant personally, or no?
The Remnant. It is not a thing known, but a thing felt. Like rain on the shoulders, or a brief whiff of cinnamon grass. Difficult to explain to outsiders, I think.
Like teardrops in the rain. Sorry. Try me.
Ha, this is fair. When I was a hatchling, a very old Nahish elder told me a story about a lost tribe, one that lived far away in houses of stone. She did not speak about the Remnant, but its name swelled in my heart. I do not know why.
Maybe this tribe knows something. Do you have any idea where they went?
My knowing tree is barren. Sorry, Biko. Better to learn these things together anyway. For you, at least. Just think, if I knew where the Remnant was, I would probably have hidden it by now. Then you would never get to see it.
That's a point well taken. Are you able to tell me about the Glade of Chimes?
Is the name not clear? It is a glade. It is full of chimes.
And how is this connected to your Hist?
Some people think that the Hist speaks to us, just as I speak to you, using words, you see. We call this kahupwo, the mouth talk. Very rare, Biko. Most Hist speak without words. In Brightthroat Village, the Hist speaks through chime music.
I see. Okay, so we need to head west. Wanted to get a running start.
Is that? Ha! Little Zukas, come to visit your old friend in the Glade of Chimes? He is always so busy now. I recall when he stood only as tall as the kepo grass. And you, blackguard slayer, what can this stiff-legged crafter do for you?
Well, I need to ask your Hiss about the Remnant of Argon.
Remnant of... My. This is no small question, Zuka's friend. Look around you. Each of these chimes sing out a tangle of melodies, but only one tangle. One chime speaks of eggs and hatching. Another jangles about death and journey's ends.
So I need a specific chime? One that speaks about the Remnant?
Ha! The Ojel is clever, Zukas. Yes, my hands gave birth to every chime you hear. But the Remnant? Only one chime can sing its truth. One made by sun-blessed hands in an old time. Older than my egg mother's egg mother. A chime as old as our tribe.
Do you know where this chime is?
Locked away, hidden under mud and lost memories. Understand, our exiles did not want this truth drifting free on the wind. But Zukas trusts you, so I will trust you. Go to the Wither Vault, claim the chime. We will learn its truth together.
All right, I shall recover the chime from the Wither Vault.
The Wither Vault is well north of the village. I would guide you, but my knees grow stiff as kindling wood. Little Zukas can aid you, I have no doubt. Be warned, even bright throats who know the mire like their own scales face danger there.
Oh, I guess from part of this exchange that you've known Sexus for a long time.
Since before he hatched, I called him the Little Stump. He would plant himself at the foot of the listening tree and stare up at the branches, listening. Always listening. I thought he might take my place one day.
And why didn't he?
You should ask him. Treeminder Pavu saw the old sap in Zukas. She made him a root herald, and his days grew short and lean like an underfed guar. Eventually, he had no time to listen anymore.
And this bothers you?
All is as the Hist wishes it to be. One day, when he has grown old and thin like me, he may return to the glade. Until then, he does the tribe's work. There is no shame in that. None at all.
Okay.
The path to the remnant bends like an oxbow. Let's find this chime.
An oxbow.
Leaving the glade always puts rocks in my sandals. Sad.
Oh, I just
One day the
walked
two
in.
of us should share some phlegm wine there and just listen.
You're immune to this. Oh, you gotta be kidding. And I need some endurance, come on. That was ill-timed.
The swamp grows thick here. A far cry from Lilmoth's mud puddles, I think.
Let's go up these stairs. Just get...
Verona? Drula? Where are you two?
Oh, Leviathan Pizzle grows across this glade. A very powerful herb, Biko. Remind me to pick some later.
I'll do my best.
I cannot imagine the Brightthroats ever holding territory here. Very little wind, hollow seeds, and poor fishing. Take away our wind, seeds, and fish, and we grow very sour. There it is, just up ahead. This place dries my scales.
Okay.
No good thing comes from stone. Let's make this quick. fear we will find more than the chime inside this vault. Be careful.
I agree. But we'll find out in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're new to the channel, I'm sure you know what to do. Until when next we meet, please do be safe, everyone. Bye!